George Washington's name is etched into the very foundation of America, a figure both larger than life and deeply human. He was a soldier, a general, and ultimately the first president of the United States. Yet, his journey to greatness was far from inevitable. Born in 1732 on the rolling farmland of Virginia, Washington was the son of a planter family, neither rich nor poor, but determined to climb higher. From a young age, he was ambitious, restless, and conscious of his shortcomings. He longed for respect, honor, and achievement. Unlike many leaders of his era, Washington did not come from Europe's nobility. He built his reputation on discipline, courage, and an unshakable sense of duty. What made Washington remarkable was not that he sought power, but that he often resisted it. Again and again, he stepped forward because his country demanded it, not because he hungered for glory. His story is not just about a man, it is about the making of America itself. George Washington was born in 1732 in Westmoreland County, Virginia. His childhood was shaped by the quiet rhythms of rural life, surrounded by fields, rivers, and woodlands that would later spark his love for land and surveying. Washington's family was modestly successful, but not among the wealthiest in Virginia. When his father died suddenly in 1743, young George was only 11 years old, and the family's future became uncertain. Denied the opportunity to study abroad like many of his peers, Washington turned instead to self-education. He immersed himself in books on mathematics, geography, and manners, determined to refine his mind and character. His early notebooks show careful handwriting, sketches of land surveys, and even copied rules of conduct, evidence of his discipline and ambition. By his teenage years, Washington had already developed a reputation for reliability and strong judgment. He began working as a surveyor, charting lands in the Virginia wilderness. This experience not only gave him financial independence, but also instilled in him a deep understanding of the frontier that would shape his military and political career. As a young man, Washington began his career in surveying, but the call of service soon led him to the Virginia militia. In his early 20s, he joined as a junior officer, eager to prove his courage and leadership. His first campaigns were challenging and dangerous, taking him into the rugged wilderness along the frontier. Washington learned quickly, gaining respect for his decisiveness and resilience. He faced harsh weather, rough terrain, and tense encounters with rival forces, yet he remained calm and focused. These early military experiences not only tested his skill, but also shaped his character, teaching him the value of preparation, patience, and clear judgment. By the end of this period, Washington had earned a reputation as a capable leader, admired for his honesty and courage. These formative years laid the groundwork for his later command in the Revolutionary War, where he would be called upon to unite an inexperienced army against one of the world's most powerful empires. By the mid-1770s, George Washington emerged as a key figure in America's struggle for independence. Appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, he faced the daunting task of leading a largely inexperienced force against a powerful empire. Washington understood that victory would require not only courage, but also patience, strategy, and an unwavering commitment to his ideals. His leadership was defined by perseverance. He endured harsh winters, limited supplies, and the constant threat of defeat. Despite these challenges, Washington inspired loyalty and determination among his troops. He carefully planned battles, coordinated with allies, and remained a steady presence even when situations seemed dire. Through these trials, Washington's reputation as a disciplined, courageous, and visionary leader grew. His ability to unite men from diverse backgrounds under a shared cause laid the foundation for eventual American independence and cemented his place in history. George Washington's presidency began in 1789, marking a new chapter in American history. As the first president of the United States, he faced the monumental task of establishing a functional government from scratch. Washington's leadership set precedents that would guide the nation for generations. He navigated political tensions between emerging parties, addressed economic difficulties, and worked to unify a country still healing from war. His decisions reflected prudence and fairness, emphasizing the importance of balance, compromise, and national unity. Washington's vision extended beyond politics. He sought a nation guided by laws, principles, and an enduring respect for liberty. Despite the pressures of office, Washington remained steadfast, earning the admiration of citizens and foreign leaders alike. His presidency became a model of integrity, stability, and dedication, shaping the early identity of the United States and leaving a lasting legacy. After serving 2 terms, George Washington retired from the presidency in 1797, returning to his beloved Mount Vernon. Yet, his influence did not end. He focused on managing his estate, promoting agricultural innovation, and mentoring future leaders. Washington's retirement also allowed him to reflect on the nation he helped build. He warned against political divisions and foreign entanglements, emphasizing unity, integrity, and civic responsibility. His farewell address became a guiding document for generations, illustrating his foresight and dedication to the country's enduring success. Even in private life, Washington remained a symbol of discipline, wisdom, and patriotism. His leadership, both in war and peace, left an indelible mark on the United States, shaping the identity of a new nation and setting a standard for those who would follow in his footsteps. George Washington's final years were spent quietly at Mount Vernon, where he remained deeply respected by the nation he had helped to create. Even in retirement, he was viewed as the living embodiment of American independence and unity. In 1799, Washington passed away at the age of 67. His death was mourned across the young republic and around the world. Citizens, leaders, and even foreign nations recognized the loss of a man whose vision and leadership had laid the foundation of a new form of government. His passing symbolized the end of an era, yet his influence continued to guide the United States. Washington's legacy rests not only on his victories in battle or his service as president, but on his principles of honor, humility, and duty. He showed that true leadership meant serving the people, respecting the Constitution, and placing the nation above personal gain. For generations, his name has remained a symbol of unity, resilience, and the enduring spirit of democracy. More than 2 centuries after his death, George Washington remains one of the most enduring figures in American history. His leadership, restraint, and vision shaped the character of the presidency and the identity of the nation itself. Across the United States, his name graces monuments, cities, and institutions, reminders of the standard he set for integrity and service. From the nation's capital, which bears his name, to the towering Washington Monument that rises above it, he is celebrated not as a king or conqueror, but as a citizen leader who chose service over power. Washington's life story is more than the tale of a soldier or statesman. It is the story of a nation's birth. His belief in democracy, unity, and civic virtue still resonates today, offering timeless lessons about leadership and sacrifice. In every generation, his example reminds Americans that true greatness lies not in ambition, but in devotion to the greater good.